All right, this is Form B of the Class A pre-trip. We start with our mirror. Our mirror bracket is properly secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken. Our mirrors, convex and flat mirror, properly secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken. Clean. Window and door are properly secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken. Windows are clean. The door handle opens and the door closes properly. Both are properly secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken. The hinges are properly secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken. And lift up on the door. There's no play in the hinges. Our door seal is properly secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken. We have our steps, which are properly secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken. Clean, free of oil, grease, and debris. We have our battery box, properly secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken. The batteries inside are properly secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken. They are not leaking and have no excessive corrosions. Our turn signal is properly secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken. Clean, proper color amber. We have our DEF fuel tank, properly secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken. It's not leaking. We have a strap on the cap and also a rubber seal inside. They're both properly secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, and the cap is tight and not leaking. We have our diesel fuel tank. It's properly secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, and is also not leaking. It's secured with metal straps and rubber protectors, and they're properly secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, and not leaking. We have our fuel lines inside here. They're properly secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken. No cuts, bumps, or abrasion, and not leaking. And we have our fuel cap. It's also properly secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, and not leaking. Has a metal chain and rubber seal inside, and they're both properly secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, and not leaking. Next, we come down to our steps and catwalk. They're properly secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, free of oil, grease, and debris. So we come in, we look at our exhaust system, top to bottom, properly secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken. It's not leaking. If it was leaking, you'll see black soot leaking out of the pipe. Next, we go to our frame and cross member here. Properly secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken. No welding. We come inside. We have our drive shaft. Our drive shaft is properly secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken. Straight, not bent. Then we come in between our frame. We go underneath. We have our torque arm. As you can see, our torque arm here is properly secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken. Straight, not bent. Then we come out here. We're going to check our suspension, starting with our frame bracket here. Our frame bracket is properly secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken. We have our leaf springs and control arm, properly secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken. Straight, not bent. No scissoring. We have our U-bolts, 1 and 2. They're both properly secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken. If they're tight, if they were loose, you will see shiny metal. As you can see in the rear here, we have our shock absorber. Our shock absorber is secured with nuts, bolts, and rubber bushings at the top and the bottom. The shock absorber itself is properly secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, and is not leaking. Further back, you see our airbag. It's properly secured with upper and lower support. The upper and lower support are both properly secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken. And the airbag itself here is properly secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken. Has no cuts, bumps, or abrasions, and is not leaking. Next, we come inside to our brake drum. Our brake drum is properly secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, free of oil, grease, and debris. Our brake shoe is properly secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, free of oil, grease, and debris, has at least a 1/4 inch of pad. Next, we come out and we will check our butt rims, our rims. These are butt rims. There's no space in between the rims. They're both touching. The tires are not rubbing, and there's no objects or dead animals in between the tires. If they were, you would remove it with a tool and not by hand. Next, we're going to check our tires, inner, outer, inner, and outer side walls of the tire to make sure it has no cuts, bumps, or abrasions. We'll make sure that our tread is evenly worn and has at least 2 seconds of tread depth and is not leaking. We'll come to our rim. Our rim is properly secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, free of welds. We have our lug nuts. They're all present and tight. If they were loose, you'll see a rust trail or shiny metal. We have our axle seal. It's properly secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, and not leaking. We have our valve stem for tire number 1, and we look through the other holes of the rim for valve stem number 2. As you can see, they're both properly secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, straight, not bent, has a metal cap, and not leaking. And here's where we'll check our tire pressure with a tire gauge. So we come on back. We have our mud flap or splash guard. It's properly secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, no cuts, rips, or frays. We have 100% DOT tape. Next, we have our reflector. It's properly secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, clean, proper color red. We have our turn signal, tail light, brake light, and 4-way light, all in combination. It's properly secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, clean, proper color red. Next, we have our reverse light, properly secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, clean, proper color, clear or white.